It's a heated rivalry that has turned personal, and it's our main event. Richie Steamboat goes one-on-one with Cassius Ohno.
This issue between these two talented men, very, very personal. Ohno so cerebral in his approach.
Oh gosh! Becoming a battle of guts, a battle of who's toughest. This is the level of competition on NXT. This is the hunger to get noticed.
Ohno going back to the strikes, looking for the big one. It was countered. Inside cradle. Inside cradle and Steamboat. Cassius Ohno can't believe it.
Oh, no, come on.
What a shot. Ohno has lost the match, but he may have won the war.
Ohno has lost his mind.
And the bigger picture here is that Richie Steamboat is lying helpless in the middle of the canvas.
On attacking Richie last week.
Attack? All I did was teach Junior a lesson that his father would have taught him if he was actually home. I just did him a favor. My father taught me enough.
Tensions are at an all-time high between Richie Steamboat and Cassius Ohno, folks, as we welcome you to NXT. Byron Saxton alongside William Regal for what promises to be a highly eventful night of action inside the NXT arena. Well, we have not seen Drew McIntyre since he competed in the NXT Gold Rush tournament several weeks ago, and there's good reason why. McIntyre actually suffered a fractured wrist in that tournament match. We understand doctors have cleared him to compete, and you see it on the left hand, cleared him to compete as long as he sports that cast, but the key is he cannot use that cast as a weapon.
Why on earth would he do that? The man's a Scottish gentleman.
Well, we certainly would hope so. McIntyre certainly with redemption on the mind here tonight.
From Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing 215 pounds, Richie Steamboat!
The last few weeks have been emotionally and physically trying for Richie Steamboat, both inside and outside of the ring, because of that intense conflict we've seen with himself and Cassius Ohno.
I can't condone such actions, but I can't say that I haven't done it myself. So sometimes your emotions run wild and they get the better of you. We're not in their shoes. We have to, you know, when you're a young superstar, you have a point to prove.
Well, folks, this is what a great way to open up NXT. A main event quality matchup here between Richie Steamboat and Drew McIntyre. Whereas McIntyre once deemed the chosen one by our WWE chairman, Mr. McMahon.
How do you know that he still isn't?
I didn't say that.
Exactly. Drew McIntyre's a very young man. There's many, many years to go in his career.
Nice takedown by Richie Steamboat, going for the early cover here. And McIntyre will slide out of dodge for the time being.
Very strategic competing there by Drew McIntyre. He knows when he's in the ring with a competitor the same as, of the quality, of Richie Steamboat. You have to be very careful because one slight misstep could be your ending.
Of course, ooh, hard right hand by Drew McIntyre immediately.
Did you see the way that Drew McIntyre just used the point of his knuckles there? I'll explain later to you the points of certain strikes.
Watch Steamboat here utilizing his quickness against the bigger Drew McIntyre. Steamboat, one of the most competitive superstars you will find in the NXT locker room.
Richie Steamboat wants to make sure his emotions are in check here because the referee's got a 5 count. He could be counted out in certain situations. He has to be careful.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Richie Steamboat has to be completely focused on Drew McIntyre and not Cassius Ohno, and it seems as if right now that is the case. McIntyre trying to find a counter, and he does. Wow. Hook of the leg here. Near fall by Drew McIntyre, but you know that kick left a mark.
Certainly did. It was a point of the toe right to the solar plexus that, you know, I get redundant saying it, but you take the wind out of the competitor, that competitor becomes very weak very quickly.
And this is what Drew McIntyre loves, just to pound away at his opponent. Suplex hooks the far leg.
The term gets thrown around a lot nowadays, but it's not true in many cases. Drew McIntyre is one of those wrestlers that there's very little wasted motion. You find that most European, and I don't even like, I'm English and he considers himself Scottish, but anybody from our part of the world doesn't waste a lot of time. When we hit somebody, we hit somebody. When you apply a hold, you apply it properly.
The enduring attitude of Richie Steamboat, always fighting. Oh.
Just a forearm right to the throat. It works wonders.
A nasty shot. You can see dazed Richie Steamboat. Whoa! Oh, sunset flip, roll up. No.
Full double leg Nelson applied there by Richie Steamboat, but wasn't enough to hold down Drew McIntyre.
Immediately McIntyre right back on the offensive here, utilizing his strength advantage on Richie Steamboat. What's he going for here? Oh, wow.
The Brummagem bump. That move was made famous by Pat Roach, a very famous English wrestler.
Shoulders down. No.
Who appeared in all 3 Indiana Jones movies.
I did not know that.
Yes, well, I'm a barrel full of knowledge, aren't I?
Strategy so far from Drew McIntyre working to a T as he continues to pound away on Richie Steamboat. And it would appear that the injured wrist is not really inhibiting the offensive repertoire of Drew McIntyre. Whoa!
Richie Steamboat luckily managed to maneuver himself out of that predicament there. Smart competing on Richie Steamboat's part.
Steamboat always looking for an opening, always looking for a counter. And here he comes. Oh! Richie Steamboat feeling, oh, watch out, watch out! Cassius Ohno. Cassius Ohno back, trying to get retribution. In the meantime, McIntyre just nailed Richie Steamboat with that cast. Referee did not see it, and the exclamation point delivered by Drew McIntyre. Yeah, Cassius Ohno's really proud.
Drew McIntyre.
This was certainly not the way that Richie Steamboat wanted this match to go, but Cassius Ohno apparently felt the need to interject himself into this matchup. Take a look, Richie Steamboat had things going well in order until the distraction for Cassius Ohno. McIntyre utilizes the cast illegally and then delivers the exclamation point.
McIntyre utilized the ability, having the power of a punch. That's what he did. Successful night for Drew McIntyre. How can you not condone anything that Cassius Ohno did? He didn't lay a hand on Richie Steamboat.
Well, Cassius Ohno, if
Little
nothing else,
retribution.
yeah, nothing else, trying to continue the mind games with Richie Steamboat. Well, folks, so much more to come here tonight, including an explosive tag team main event. It's the high-flying tandem of Tyson Kidd and Justin Gabriel against Conor O'Brien, Kenneth Cameron, The Ascension.
Following contest, scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Tampa, Florida, weighing 290 pounds, Big E. Langston. His opponent, already in the ring from Chicago, Illinois, weighing 220 pounds, Aiden English.
The freak of nature has just entered the NXT arena. And you can hear it. You can hear the chant, the 5 count. We saw Big E Langston utilize the 5 count to perhaps instill a thought throughout the entire NXT locker room that he can beat any opponent with a 5 count because he is just that dominant.
Some of our older fans might remember the first person to use a 5 count was King Kong Bundy back in the 80s. And oh my goodness me, just oh dear. Sometimes I'm glad I'm on this side of the desk. Just him slapping himself on the chest to shatter his spine.
That's intensity.
Gracious me.
That's pure intensity right there in that man's face, in his eyes.
Big E Langston is focused, is very hungry, and he wants to be a superstar. And I don't think anything or anybody will stop him.
Big E, understandably so, quickly becoming one of the most feared superstars in NXT, and immediately Aiden English, hey, doing the wise thing. You got to bring the fight to Big E, if nothing else.
Aiden English is an incredibly well-conditioned competitor. I mean, he really is. He's got his own kind of following here at NXT. But he's got to face the man who trains in Highland Games and picks up immovable objects. This man, Big E Langston, is just fearsome.
Look at this! Unbelievable display of strength by Big E Langston. It's like he's in his own little zone.
He is in his own little zone.
Big E sizing up Aiden English. Watch out!
He's in his own bloody world is what he's in.
Oh, I'm glad I'm not in it. The straps come off. Look at the massiveness. Look at the chest of this man. The Big E just sizing up Aiden English. And only bad things can happen from here.
Poor Aiden was just helpless. And Aiden is a very skilled competitor. My goodness gracious me.
Hook of the leg.
Here is your winner, Big E Langston.
Big E Langston, the look says it all on his face. That is the man who is dominant, and he knows it.
Big E Langston demanded a 5 count.
Take a look at this pure dominance, ladies and gentlemen, by Big E Langston. Just manhandling Aiden English like a rag doll. He loves every moment of it. Look at this, full speed ahead. As if there needed to be any more. Hold on. Big E, just for added impact. Watch out, Aiden English. Gosh. And that, my friends, is validation of dominance. can you say about that, man?
I'm not sure if Big E Langston gave the fans what they wanted or was just trying to show the other superstars here at NXT exactly what they're in for. I think the latter.
Big E Langston's reputation continues to grow week after week, and I don't think he's done. Oh my goodness.
Poor Aiden.
Oh, how about one more? Any questions?
Yes, well, I may not have spent a lot of time at school, but by my calculations, that's 15.
Yeah, and I'm sure Big E Langston could keep going if he wanted to.
Do you have poor Aiden's mother's number? Or I wonder if he's got anything we can have. We could split it between us and put it on eBay or something.
Well, hey, now that's another conversation.
Pair of shoes or
Who can stop
watch.
Big E Langston? That is the question. Well, folks, Cassius Ohno made his presence felt earlier tonight against Richie Steamboat, but how will he fare in one-on-one competition against one of the most athletic superstars on NXT? It's Cassius Ohno, Percy Watson, tonight.
Oh no! Where are you? Huh? I'm gonna find you! Huh? You in here? Oh no! Hey, have you seen Ohno? What? Oh. Oh no! I'm gonna get you!
They are the future of the WWE.
Young, exciting, charismatic.
Now, the superstars of tomorrow are getting a lesson in respect.
Show me some respect.
I am the WWE champion with the focus and the attention and the spotlight, and I will not be disrespected.
What does CM Punk have in store? Next week on NXT.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please welcome to the ring, Michael McGillicuddy.
Well, Michael McGillicuddy has a lot to be happy about, although you wouldn't be able to tell by the expression on his face. But McGillicuddy, of course, learned earlier tonight that he will be the man. He will be the man to challenge Seth Rollins for the NXT Championship. The first title defense for Seth Rollins next week, right here on NXT.
Michael McGillicuddy has got a lot to be happy about. He may not be smiling as wide as you all the time, but he knows what he's got to face next week. It's a great opportunity, in fact, the biggest of his career. He's very, very ready.
Well, McGillicuddy has been on a roll. McGillicuddy has a great deal of momentum on his side, and he will be looking to carry that momentum into next week.
You know what I heard? I heard that I am the #1 contender to the NXT World Heavyweight Championship. But I also heard that this is Seth Rollins' first ever title defense. It may be his first, but it's going to be his last. You know what? I could sit out here and talk about that all day. I could sit out here all day. What I want to do right now is say this to Seth Rollins' face. Seth Rollins, come on out here, huh? I got something to tell you. Get out here right now.
McGillicuddy demanding the champion comes to the ring. That's pretty bold if you ask me.
Come on, paper champion.
Well, ask and you shall receive.
There he is.
The
There
proud,
he is, ladies and gentlemen. The paper champion himself, Seth Rollins.
the proud NXT champion, Seth Rollins, going to get a little up close and personal
Come on.
with his first challenger.
Come on. You can do it.
Has anybody ever told you that you talk too much?
No, I never heard that one. Sorry, bro.
You know, McGillicuddy, when you're in that ring, no one can deny how talented you are. But you make it very easy for us to forget because you run your mouth non-stop.
Cool story, man. Cool story.
You want to come out here and call me a paper champion. McGillicuddy, it seems to me that you don't have any respect for me.
No, bro. I never had respect for you, and I never will. Hey, did you hear me? Paper champion? Did you hear me?
There is nothing phony about this. This is the proof, and it's all you need. Because unlike you, I never had any footsteps to beat down a path for me. Everything I have earned. And I think that the time for talk is over because you look as ready as you're ever gonna be. And I was born ready. So why don't we not wait till next week? Why don't we do this right now?
Oh, wow.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
I guess we don't have to wait till next week here. Seth Rollins is ready.
I'm gonna do this when I'm ready. Goodbye.
But apparently Michael McGillicuddy is not.
Well, that's the very smart thing to do by Michael McGillicuddy because he knows he has an official match next week. Why would he want to hinder his chances and get in some kind of trouble with Dusty Rhodes? That's good for him.
And 1 week before their championship matchup, Michael McGillicuddy attempting to get into the head of Seth Rollins. Well, folks, highly anticipated tag team matchup. The high-flying tandem of Justin Gabriel and Tyson Kidd will take on one of the most feared tag teams in all of NXT, The Ascension. And folks, earlier on today, our broadcast colleague Briley Pierce had a chance to catch up with the team of Gabriel and Kidd.
Briley Pierce here, and my guests at this time, Tyson Kidd and Justin Gabriel. Guys, I just want to get your thoughts on the huge main event tonight. Your opponents, obviously, The Ascension.
You know, we're well aware of how good The Ascension is in the ring. We'd be fools not to come in here and be prepared for our opponents. But the main thing that makes a tag team is trust. I trust Justin and he trusts me, and that's why we are former WWE Tag Team Champions. And The Ascension likes to bring the fight to the ring. Well, tonight, we bring the fight to The Ascension.
You know, apart from the in-ring style, we don't really know too much about these guys. They're dark, mysterious, but me and Tyson, we're exactly the opposite. And tonight,
And welcome back to NXT. And I'll tell you what, it's always a treat to watch Percy Watson. He's got such an enthusiastic personality, invigorating style. How can you not like Percy?
An energetic presence.
Yes.
Wonderful, yes.
Glad we agree.
I like Percy.
athletic superstars we have ever seen on NXT.
His opponent from Dayton, Ohio, weighing 220 pounds, Cassius Ohno.
Well, Cassius Ohno's got a lot of controversy. Whoa, Richie Steamboat! And that is the controversy right now.
Totally uncalled for. The actions there of Richie Steamboat, there's no need for that at all.
Well, Richie Steamboat, we know he's an emotional guy, we know he's a competitive guy, and Richie Steamboat wanted to get his hands back on Cassius Ohno.
A dastardly act by Richie Steamboat. Get the officials to get him out of here. Bloody unsportsmanlike it is. Get him out.
This conflict, this rivalry between Cassius Ohno and Richie Steamboat has reached new heights. And
how on earth is poor Cassius Ohno supposed to compete now?
I was just going to ask. I don't know what kind of condition Cassius Ohno is in. At the very least, he seems pretty flustered as he's scheduled to compete against Percy Watson.
What bloody kerfuffle that was. Is he out of here? Yes, he's out. Good.
Officials have escorted.
It's just not fair, is it? Look, he can hardly stand up. His equilibrium's shot.
Well, this is just a case of bad blood. This shows you how high a degree of bad blood exists between Cassius Ohno and Richie Steamboat, to the point that you got Richie trying to attack Cassius and vice versa.
What a competitor. What a man. He told the referee to ring the bell then.
Well,
when I say he, I mean Cassius Ohno.
This match will go forward as planned, despite what we just saw.
It's bad enough having to compete in a match after that anyway, but when Cassius Ohno's got to face somebody with the skill level of Percy Watson, I mean, it's like climbing Mount Everest.
Well, Percy Watson, amazing athleticism on display, and Percy, to no fault of his own, he's going to take advantage of this.
Percy Watson can be an incredible superstar here in NXT and in the WWE in time. He just needs, I've said this for years about Percy, he just needs a little mentoring and a little seasoning.
Well, Percy Watson not giving Cassius Ohno any space to breathe.
And nor should he. Nor should he. I mean, sometimes you get given a gift horse and you have to take it.
Oh.
A win for Percy Watson.
Oh, hook of the far leg here by Percy.
Against Cassius Ohno will move Percy Watson up in the ranks here in NXT. Dusty Rhodes will take notice.
Oh, it would be a huge victory for Percy Watson, especially with all the momentum that Cassius Ohno has been carrying along his side lately. Oh, watch out. Counter!
Now, this is a game changer. That's what Cassius Ohno is good at doing. He knows how to hurt somebody very quickly and make the most of any opportunity he's given, and we will see that here, I'm sure.
Cassius Ohno so well versed, a master of lethal strikes. He knows how to use his frame, that 6'4" frame, so well.
Very deceiving looking man, Cassius Ohno. He looks tall and lean. This is a big, big man. 6'4", as you said, 235, 240 pounds, and as you said, knows exactly how to use every part of his body to inflict pain.
And you kind of wonder in the back of Cassius Ohno's head, is he using the aggression and the anger over Richie Steamboat to parlay that towards Percy Watson?
That's without a doubt, because Cassius Ohno is a very driven man. Anything that he can use to drive him, he will use.
Well, Percy Watson also feeding off his personal drive. Momentum on his side, and Percy Watson now.
Percy Watson may have the greatest leaping ability I've seen in any other superstar apart from...
I think we're about to see it. Ooh. Showtime splash could be it.
I was going to say apart from Kofi Kingston, but I truly believe Percy actually maybe, well, I'm not going to say one or the other. I don't want them to get into a conflict over it. Absolutely brilliant.
Look out here. Percy trying to get a hold of Cassius Ohno, who's hanging onto that top rope for dear life.
That's the seasoning that Cassius Ohno has. Use the ring to your advantage whenever you need it.
Percy, I was going to say for the most part, his plan has worked, but abruptly comes to an end with that elbow.
Cassius Ohno is a proper striker.
Shoulders down.
Here is your winner, Cassius Ohno.
There is no way that Percy Watson could have possibly kicked out of that. On top of that elbow, you know, as I say, OBE, one behind the ear. Absolutely fantastic strike there by Cassius Ohno and a full folding body press. No way that Percy Watson could have kicked out. Overcome huge obstacles tonight, Cassius Ohno, and proved that he is a great competitor.
Absolutely. I mean, Cassius, again, Richie Steamboat, his emotions, having trouble keeping his emotions in check, attacking Cassius Ohno before this match even got started. Just showing you how heated this rivalry's become, but Cassius, to his credit, able to counter Percy Watson with that dream elbow, despite what happened earlier on in the match. And the momentum that Cassius Ohno has continues to roll. Well, folks, coming up next, it's our main event, an explosive tag team match. Which tag team will earn the victory in the spotlight that they crave? It's Tyson Kidd, Justin Gabriel, taking on The Ascension.
Following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first at a total combined weight of 475 pounds, Kenneth Cameron, Connor O'Brien, The Ascension.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is our main event, and that is the most ominous and awe-inspiring entrance in all of NXT.
Whew, I've got the bloody collie wobbles.
Their opponents, at a total combined weight of 410 pounds, the team of Tyson Kidd and Justin Gabriel.
I'll tell you, when you see Tyson Kidd and Justin Gabriel, you think lightning quick, technically rich, and a team that plans to bring the tag team division to a whole new level. Folks, this is our main event, and we are joined by the one and only Hall of Famer, good old JR, Jim Ross.
Great to see you guys. A sold-out crowd here in the NXT arena. I am a big fan of tag team wrestling, and these are two excellent tag teams. I know a lot of WWE officials are watching this match very closely, and what a main event it should be.
Immediately you notice such a stark contrast in styles between Kidd and Gabriel and The Ascension.
Actually, there's quite a similar style between Tyson Kidd and Kenneth Cameron, because they're both very well schooled in all kinds of grappling techniques. Most people don't know this. I'll inform you. Kenneth Cameron was trained by the great Jeff Kay, one of the greatest technical wrestlers that ever came out of England.
Oh, tackle's made, and now Justin Gabriel.
A quick cover here.
Gabriel, the legal man in the ring with Kenneth Cameron. A one-fall main event match here on NXT.
Gabriel so quick, scary. We're desperately trying to vie for the advantage here on Kenneth Cameron. Utilizes the top rope to his advantage.
Cameron wisely holding on.
Oh, wow.
And not a good landing for Justin Gabriel. Will Cameron make the tag? Ascension has the advantage here.
Well, Ascension is in full control. Can they continue their momentum? We'll find out. Welcome back to NXT. This is our main event. Tyson Kidd and Justin Gabriel taking on The Ascension, who all throughout the break has had Justin Gabriel right where they wanted him.
What I like so much about The Ascension, we talk about tag team wrestling all the time, JR, how good tag teams cut off their half of the ring I like the way the Ascension keeps it to their quarter of the ring, and they're constantly within tagging reach of their opponent. That's a very smart move.
The great tag teams over time have had great success competing in one half of the ring, their half. So they're nearer their corner. The tags can be made easier, quicker, and more efficiently. That was the closest right there, that Gabriel's been to his corner, and finally makes the tag to Tyson Kidd. I like those kicks. Knots up the quadricep, the thigh muscle. Tyson Kidd is an outstanding competitor. And right now, widening the advantage on the larger Conor O'Brien.
Tyson Kidd so quick, so effective.
Right to the temple. Nice shot.
Watch out.
Springboard. Drop kick. The cover and a near fall. Springboard missile drop kick. Kidd will take chances, no doubt about it.
Here he comes.
Baseball slide was blocked. Kidd with a thud on the outside. And now the team of Ascension has the opportunity to regain the advantage.
Hear the thud of Tyson Kidd's body?
That was Kidd, the back of Kidd's head. Hit on the outside, and that's a difference maker.
And this is where Ascension is at home. They love the brawling style. They love utilizing the ring to their advantage.
Ascension is a very physical team, very calculating.
Very calculating and just ferocious. Once they get an opponent and get him in there, as I say, the quarter of the ring, they're just relentless, non-stop pounding away and grinding away.
Seen the Ascension, and look at this intensity.
Earlier it was Gabriel being isolated, and now it is Tyson Kidd being isolated. And quite frankly, if Kidd is unable to make a tag, this match is merely academic. Only a matter of time until Ascension wins it, if Kidd cannot make a tag.
The most important thing in Tyson Kidd's life at the moment is to get to his corner and to get to his partner, because otherwise his team will be getting beaten.
It's like Ascension can just smell the weakness in their opponent, and they just attack relentlessly.
Cameron with body scissors and the reverse chinlock. Combination of maneuvers, all painful, and grounding the faster, quicker Tyson Kidd. And look at the distance that Kidd must travel to make a tag.
Look at a team like Ascension, and you see how well they work, but it's still, there's looming questions. What motivates Conor O'Brien and Kenneth Cameron? What drives them every night?
I think you need to actually find more out about this, because we still don't know anything really about the Ascension, apart from where, we both know that they started and who trained them and so, but what brings them together? What drives them?
I bet somewhere you find that money and success will be in that answer.
Well, yes, that's the obvious.
And the elbows, nice strikes by Tyson Kidd that at least caused a tag, but it didn't cause the Kidd to get any closer to his corner.
I tried to talk to Kenneth Cameron.
Quick cover here.
Here we go.
And I said, what are you all about? He said, we're part of the Church of the Poison Mind. I have no idea what that meant.
Church of the Poison Mind.
Yes.
Another body scissor. They're giving it very simple. Our Ascension squeezing the ribs, not letting Tyson Kidd take a deep breath.
Constricting, as you would say.
Absolutely.
Yes, very constricting. Every time you breathe out, it becomes a little harder to breathe in fully.
See Tyson Kidd, to his credit, desperately trying to make his way to his feet, but the larger Conor O'Brien.
Very timely tag. Very timely tag. O'Brien sensed that the counter was in place by Tyson Kidd and that O'Brien might be losing control. He made a very timely tag. That's part of the art of tag team competition.
Tyson still fighting.
And it truly is an art, JR, you know that.
Absolutely. Look out here. Cover. Yet another near fall by Ascension, this time by Kenneth Cameron. And Cameron's got to be very aware of the positioning of Tyson Kidd. Again, we're talking about a team effort. It's essentially right now 2 men versus 1 if Kidd cannot make the tag.
And it goes back to not understanding what drives these two. You saw right there with the close pinfall, a lot of guys would get frustrated. They would show that frustration, but Kenneth Cameron just continues right back on the offensive. Very hard to read exactly what is going on in the mind of Kenneth Cameron.
That's the good thing about having Justin Gabriel as a partner, though. He won't let his emotions get the better of him. He understands the situation. He just knows he needs the opportunity to tag his partner, and then he can come in and take care of whatever he has to.
Well, we know that Tyson Kidd and Justin Gabriel have had great success as a tag team in WWE. Speaking of successful WWE superstars, the man at the top of the heap, CM Punk, will be here with us next week. That should be most interesting.
Intriguing, yes.
Even Justin Gabriel having a hard time seeing the amount of punishment that's been inflicted on Tyson Kidd.
Certainly the stakes every week here on NXT continue to rise. We know that next week that Michael McGillicuddy will challenge Seth Rollins for the NXT title. You will join us, we hope, folks, and see Seth Rollins' first ever NXT title defense here next week.
Oh, look at Kidd, look at Kidd!
There's the break, he's quick. Quicker to hiccup, this young man.
Can he use that quickness to make the tag?
Gotta make the tag. It's now or never to make the tag.
He's reaching. Kidd is reaching.
Kidd's gotta make the tag.
Yes!
And now Gabriel has the opportunity to build momentum.
Tyson Kidd, Justin Gabriel, everything they have in their hearts, in their souls, bringing this fight to the Ascension. Uh-oh, watch Gabriel.
Gabriel looking to take a big chance here. What an upset this would be.
Oh!
Gabriel going for the 450 splash, but it was not to be, and man, did Kidd just get planted on the outside.
High risk, no reward for Gabriel, and this does not look good.
Ascension, look at the momentum.
Fall of man. They call that the fall of man, and Justin Gabriel down. Hook of the leg.
Here are your winners, the Ascension.
Ascension proving that they are the top team in NXT. What a match, what a main event. Cameron and O'Brien on an amazing roll.
Take a look at how it happened. We know Justin Gabriel loves to utilize high-risk maneuvers, but the 450 splash would not pay dividends here.
Canvas very unforgiving, but not as unforgiving as this. Ascension proving their tag team dominance. An amazing duo. So what a weekend it's been, ladies and gentlemen, here on NXT. Don't forget to join us next week. Seth Rollins' first NXT title defense against Michael McGillicuddy, plus the awesome CM Punk here next week. So long, everybody.